Hi everybody, welcome to another video. If you've seen a couple of my shorts or other videos, you know that I'm on the Costa del Sol at the moment for 11 days, and I'm going to just quickly show you this while I'm doing the intro. I rented a surfboard off this place first I got here. Oh, got a siren. Yeah, like I was saying, I rented a surfboard off this place, Dry Sog Surf Shop. Cost me 10 euros for 1 hour, or I think it was 20 euros for 2 hours, which was pretty good, I thought. It was like proper hardboard. Wasn't you know, an amazing board or anything, but it did the job. So like I said, I'm on the Costa del Sol for 11 days. It's day 3 here, and what it is I'm staying just near Los Bolichos, just down from Los Bolichos and in between Fuengirola, which is basically right here. And so I'm going to do a walk right down to the castle today. It says it's about 45 minutes. I walk pretty quick, so I think I'm going to be able to do it in about 35 minutes. Check out all the bars and stuff over there. And loads of beaches. The whole place is just full of beaches down here. Places to eat. As we walk down this boardwalk right here, you'll see just loads of places to eat, loads of shops. See the restaurants and everything over there. And got a little kids area here and places to eat right on the beach there. I love those boat barbecue things they have. They're really cool. And I think it's I checked the BBC today. It said it's supposed to be 29 degrees, I think. I think it's probably a little bit hotter than that. What time is it now? I think it's just about midday. Got this fun park here for the kids or something. Doesn't seem to be open yet. Probably open up in the night time. It's called Sud Park. Let's have a look at this. This is Porta Fuengirola. And then get run over. So this is just hit the port now. I'm actually staying at the Hotel Angela. All these apartments right here. I'm staying at the Hotel Angela. It's a 4-star hotel. Quite nice. The only kind of complaint I've got is the food is a little bit not quite as good as I would like it to be, but you know, it's kind of funny because most of the time I either stay in the Costa del Sol or mainly the Costa Dorada, and I always find the food on the Costa Dorada is just a little bit better. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe it's they got slightly better, you know, a little bit better climate up there for growing food, because this is closer to Africa, so maybe food is a little bit more expensive or something. But I just find that the hotels that I've stayed in the Costa Dorada are just, the food's just a little bit better. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're not going to starve to death, but I kind of noticed it a bit. if you guys have stayed in both, maybe you have a different opinion. Maybe you think completely opposite. I haven't stayed in every hotel, obviously. I've only stayed in maybe 5 different hotels in Costa Rada and Costa del Sol. And check my channel out for those if you want as well. So did some reviews of those hotels. So this is the marina here, or part of it. And yesterday there was a little bit of cloud in the sky, but out to the ocean, out to the sea front. But here today, not a single cloud today, perfectly clear. And you know, if you watch some of my other videos on Lepaneda and other places, you'll see one of the things I absolutely love. Look at this boardwalk here. I mean, look at how wide it is. You know, there's like so much space here to walk down. You're not bumping into people. Even at night, obviously it's a bit more crowded in the evenings, but still, you're not like running into anybody, or, you know, plenty of room to walk, just stroll in the beautiful sun. Got a bike rental place here. I checked out bike rental. There was a travel agent near my hotel, and it was 6 euros for a half day and 10 euros for a full day. Bikes didn't look that good. They were kind of like, they're older bikes and stuff, so you wouldn't be able to, like, you know, do any mountain biking or anything, or off-road stuff. But if you're just wanting to like cycle along the beach, you know, you can do that. Burger King here, if anybody's interested, right next to the marina. And there's a McDonald's around here as well. I've been there before. First time I came here, got back from a trip really late, and my hotel was, I had half board, but food was gone, so I had to eat here. This place is jet ski rental, all this place, dolphin watching, and you can get the ferry here, which is really cool. This is really good value. If you check out my channel, you'll see it. You can get the ferry from Fuengirola up to Benalmádena. It's really worth it. I was there yesterday. I wanted to do it, but I missed it. But it's 19 euros return, or 14 euros one way, and then you can get the train back for a couple of euros, and it's a really, really nice cruise. Takes about 50 minutes, 10 minutes to load people on, and it's such a good thing. I want to try and do it this time if I get a chance, but I've only got 10 days, and you know, those days go so quick. You think, oh, 10 days, you got so much time to do everything, right? But then you want to, you know, by the time you go to the beach, that's half a day gone. There's McDonald's up there if you guys and KFC, if you guys are interested. This is right next to the port as well. Yeah, so like I was saying is, you know, you think you've got a lot of time, but you just burn through those days, especially if you try and do a couple of activities. Like I was wanting to do Ronda, or that Camito walk, and those like trips were leaving at 7 in the morning. So the thing with it is that I'm having to get up at kind of like 6 o'clock in the morning and rush down, try and get some breakfast, you know, and then go down to the hotel to get the trip. So I kind of went off that idea, and trip to Ronda was like 41 with an excursion to another place, 41 euros, or I think it was 56 for a guided tour. and hotels all along here. Here's the Hotel Airporto. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, you'll know I murder the Spanish language. So apologies for that, especially if you're Spanish. I had some guy comment like on one of my videos on the Costa Dorada. He told me you need to learn Spanish because your pronunciation is that bad. I was like, yeah, fair enough. Take your point on that. There's all sorts of little statues and stuff all the way along. Got a big one right here. And more beach. I will do a beach kind of thing. I'm going to try and do a beach walk. I'm going to get up about 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe tomorrow, and just walk along the beach when it's nice and quiet, because it's hard to kind of do it, you know, after about 9-10 o'clock. There's so many people, you're kind of walking all over them, and then you're carrying a camera as well, and it's a bit annoying. Here's the McDonald's. This is the one I went to first time I came here when I got back from that trip really late. I gotta say, food was actually okay on that. And I'm gonna do on the way back, I'm gonna try and do some of the shopping. So I'm gonna walk along the kind of beachfront here, and then on the way back I'll cross over. And there's also a nice shopping street a couple of streets over, loads of shops. Just a bit of the beach is a bit narrower here. And I like these things here. I didn't realize what this was for a little bit, but it's recycling. So you've got like this fish here, and then you put your plastic in there, which is really cool. So it, you know, helps to keep the environment safe. Got the beach here. And like I said, loads and loads of bars. You know, honestly, you can't walk in the Costa del Sol without seeing a bar or a place to buy, you know, equipment and hats and everything. There's a water park coming up here, I can see that. And I think most of these places here, like that building you're seeing there, these buildings here, I think they are actually just private apartments owned by people. I don't think they're hotels. They don't look like hotels to me. So many motorbikes in this place. Look at them all. I mean, Spain is the perfect place for motorbikes and scooters, you know. Everybody rides them. I saw a guy riding a bike yesterday. He didn't even bother to have a helmet on. Check out. If you like sunbeds and umbrellas, plenty of that. And you can get kind of every type of food here, whatever you want. You know, there's a pizzeria, Italian. I've seen loads of sushi places, Thai places down here. Got Irish pubs, obviously. There's another one of those boats where they cook the food. If you guys are asking, because I haven't been to every region of Spain, it's an Indian place. Yeah, I haven't been to every region in Spain, like along the coast. I've only really done a couple. Like, I only really know Costa del Sol and Costa Dorada. I've been to those places almost 10 times now. And if you ask me which one I prefer the Costa Dorada just for its beaches, and it's a little bit calmer and everything. Places like La Pineda is where I always go. I never go to Silo or Cambrils. I always kind of stay in the same hotel. Golden Dinar is where I stay. If you guys are interested, it's a really nice hotel right on the beach. Fantastic. But for doing things like activities and stuff, the Costa del Sol has got way more, like you see way more things like paragliding, parasailing. There's always loads more jet skis. Like from that harbour you saw where you could rent them. You can obviously rent jet skis on the Costa Dorada as well. They do that as well. I've never done that, but it's just, I think there's a lot more places, a little bit more maybe convenient because of the, coastline and stuff. If you walk from La Pineda to Silo, there's like a walkway right along the like coast, but it's kind of like rocky up and down, and then you got these little beaches and stuff. Take a quick look here. I find the sand a little bit whiter on the Costa Dorada as well. Here it's just it's a little bit darker. Nothing wrong with it. So for those two reasons, like the food I find on the Costa Dorada better, and I like the beaches a little bit more there, but for things to do, kind of more of a party life and everything, then Costa del Sol's got, I think, more. Just my opinion. Feel free to leave a comment if you think differently. So I'm not sure how far. Let me see how far I've been walking. I've been walking 2 kilometers actually. So that's 2 kilometers from my hotel, the Hotel Angela. Let's take another look at the beach shot here. And you'll see drones out here now. They didn't have them. Can't remember if they had them last time I was here. I don't think they did. But these massive drones, and they go along. They're like the surf rescue people, and so they fly a drone out like up and down the coast. And they've got a lot of them because the drones go for about, I would say, 500 meters in each direction, and then they link up with another drone. You can smell that barbecue food right there. Japanese sushi place, all you can eat. A nice restaurant right on the beach. Take a look at the menu. Got everything here, and it's in English as well, is it? Yeah. So you got Spanish, English, French. Prices don't look too bad either. See, there's a water park here. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. Stand on this thing. So I'm not sure how well the camera will pick it up, but there's a water park out there. I don't know if you have to pay for that. I remember seeing another one where you actually had to like pay for it, but maybe it's free, maybe you just swim out or something. I'm not sure about that, but it's there. And it looks pretty cool, mainly for kids, I guess. This place here looks, oh yeah, this is the water park place. So by the look of it, you do have to rent it because they've got they give you like the, you know, life jackets and everything. Not sure what the price is, but it's called Costa Water Park if you want to Google it. I'm sure they got an online site. And it looks, kids and adults, I guess. I mainly see kids on there, but I guess it would be for adults as well if you want to have a go. I'm sweating today. It's I got a kind of one of those, not baseball cap, but sun hats on, you know, that kind of cover your ears and everything. So, and dark sunglasses and everything. There's another one of those cool fish places. And I can see a couple of see a parasail out there. Loads of fishing boats. Stand up here, do a little. I'm hoping my camera doesn't shut down. Last time, do a photo here. Just took a nice photo. Yeah, last time I was doing some video yesterday, and the camera shut down just before an hour. So 51 minutes because of overheating. Hopefully that won't happen again. But quite a lot busy on this part of the beach. Plenty of places to put a towel down if you want. And the other thing is, I remember coming like 10 years ago to Spain, and they didn't have toilets on the beaches. I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they changed the law a couple of years ago, kind of making, you know, these provinces of Spain to have put toilets on them. Because now I see them like all the time, you know. But when I used to come to Spain, they weren't there. Got like places here to wash your feet and everything, which is good. Gets all the sand off. Just got hit with I was standing under one of those trees. Something hit me on the side of the head. It was like one of the little berries or something fell off the tree, hit me on the side of the head. So how long have I been walking for now? I've been walking for 41 minutes. So I would say in about 15 minutes I'm gonna cut up getting most of the way past the end of Fuengirola. Sunny beach. Real little. Water here is like perfect to swim in. So it's a little bit colder in the mornings when you're swimming, but by 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon it's just absolutely perfect. And like I said, so many of these supermercados here selling sun hats, anything you want, you can get it. And I walked down here the other night. I was going to go to a concert, but I was too late. There's a guy playing Spanish guitar. He was playing at the castle, inside the castle, and kind of just missed out. Went for dinner and everything, couldn't make it back. This is what the beach looks like, almost kind of right at the end here. I went to Italy last year. I did Costa Dorada, and then at the end of the summer I spent 5 days down in Italy and down in Rimini, and I really liked it. Hotel was really nice that we stayed in. Food was great. Beaches were okay, but there was one kind of annoying thing, and that was the beaches are all kind of either owned by the hotels or something. So you have to kind of buy, I think it was 8 to 10 euros. Oh, look at this one here, that's massive, that fire. The guy's got a big barbecue going there. You can see that thing there. Must be getting that ready for the evening. Maybe let the embers cool down. Oh, and there's a surf rescue place. And quite wide here, this part of the beach. Yeah, like I was saying when I went to Italy, the thing that was annoying is you can't just sit on the beach. You have to kind of rent a bed with a sun umbrella. I think it wasn't very much, 8 to 10 euros for the day. But, it was just a bit annoying if you just wanted to cruise down to the beach and sit on the sand. But I found a place, like a guy was like, luckily the hotel I was staying in, it was at number 75, Bay 75 or whatever they call it, and the guy in the hotel was like, you have to, if you stay on like 75, you don't have to pay or anything. You can just put your towel down. So we stayed there, and then some guy tried to move us along. He moved us along. He said, you're on Bay like 74 or something. So we moved like a few meters, and then he kind of left us alone. So it's a castle. Yeah, so it's a castle. I've never actually been able to get in. I wanted to go last time and there was a concert on. So I'm not sure if you can actually, I'm not sure when you can visit it. It must be open sometime, I guess, but every time I come it's in summer and they're doing concerts or something. So here's a river. Got some canoeists up there. And if you guys want to know where the Miramar shopping centre is, I'm going to be going there tonight, actually, in the afternoon, and that is it right there. I'm sure straight along there you can see there's a big shopping complex. I think I can see the Primark sign. I did a video on that last time, but I'm going to do another walk around on that today as well, and I'll upload that as well. Yeah, so if you want to, you know, it's just a big shopping centre, obviously nowhere near as big as something like Westfield, but it's got, you know, it's got everything you'd ever need. Like if you're, you know, if you want to do some shopping, and I think there's a massive Carrefour there as well. So if you want to, if you're doing like self-catering and you want to, you know, go and buy, you know, do like a £100 shop, get all your stuff, then, you know, let's take a photo of this. Yeah, it looks really nice. So yeah, so that Carrefour is huge, and it's got everything you'd need, you know. Beaches, you can see how wide this beach is here. Nobody's actually swimming in it. I've never been to this part. I've never actually swum down here. I always kind of, last time I was staying here, I was staying at Torreblanca, which is one stop up from Los Bolichos. So, but I did walk down here last time. A couple of little restaurants down there, and you can actually walk. I don't know how far this path goes, but you know, I think it just follows along the river. So if you want to do like, if you're staying in this area, maybe in one of those hotels or something there, and you just want to, you fancy like strolling along by the river in the morning or doing a jog, you know, if you don't want to jog along the beach, it's got a little like, you know, footpath there where you can walk. And I'm just going to go down here for a little bit, just to kind of show everybody this part of the beach. And it doesn't seem very busy down here at all, does it? I mean, if you're staying at a hotel on this end of the Costa del Sol down here, on this end of the Fuengirola, and look at that. Got your surf life-saving guys sitting there chilling out, watching a video. You've got your water. You've got people, you know, you got your places where you can. Toilets right there. Like I said, those look like they've just, you know, They're just like a metal thing somebody made and just erected and dumped it there and then just put down some wooden boards. I think that was a law change. Not really sure, but I remember reading about something funny about that. I was on like Google or something, and the Spanish government mandated or brought in a law that nobody's allowed to urinate in the sea anymore. And I remember like everybody, like all the Spanish people were like laughing at the law because they were like, oh, how's anybody going to tell? Do they have like underwater cameras following you around or something? You know, I'm not sure if I read that a couple of years ago. Nice wide angle of that. But look at this beach, and look how wide it is, and look how many people are down there. Hardly anybody. There's not many people have come down to this part of the beach. Don't know why, because the waves look nice, and they're actually the actual waves down here are a lot calmer than the waves up where I was staying near Los Bolichos. The waves up there are like quite choppy. There's actually people surfing up there. I went surfing like I mentioned in the video, and first day I got there I rented the surfboard and just went out, caught a couple of waves. I only had an hour, so by the time I kind of got back to where I was surfing, where I was going to go surfing, and then went out, I had about 40 minutes just to catch a couple of waves, and by the time I paddled out and everything, I got a guy on a jet ski out here. I wonder if I can zoom in. Not sure if the camera will pick that up. There's a guy like flying along in a jet ski out there. Definitely going to rent that one day. Information board. And I'm just going to go to about another 150 meters down here. Then I'm going to turn back around and then head back. So, oh, and this is quite cool. I think these are, let's have a look at one of these here. So you see these boats here? Yeah. So that's if you want to do your own barbecue, I think. See how they got the rubbish bins there? So if you wanted to actually come down here, they're full of sand and that, so you can, you know, build your little barbecue. I can see bricks and that in there, so you build your fire on the barbecue and stuff. You know, such a well thought out idea, isn't it? You know, Spanish just get everything right like that. So you can, so instead of like, you know, starting a fire on the beach and causing a load of problems and leaving a load of mess, they've got rubbish bins, and I'm sure that must be what it's for. People would probably do that at night or, you know, afternoon. But quite cool. And look how deserted this beach is. Just nobody on it. Beautiful. Toilets right there. You got some changing rooms. You can rent like surfboards there. I see like long boards, paddle boards. And there's like a guy out there. Don't know what he's selling. So this is the castle here. I'm actually going to stop just up here at this bit and then go back. Hear the cicadas. Last year when I was in the Costa Dorada, you would kind of like walk through a little bit of the forest area, and boy, those cicadas were just like almost, you know, you really hear them going. But that was kind of like really kind of treed area. Okay, so here's the castle up here, and you can see they're putting up, let me show you that and that. So you can see they're putting up the stands, and there's like 20, got a lot of people. Bonnie Tyler's playing, probably a lot of Spanish people I've never heard of. Obviously I know Bonnie Tyler.
Vas-y, j'arrive.
Okay. So yeah, so loads of people. I'm not sure what this is. It's not sure exactly what festival it is, whether it's the same festival each year or a different one, but you can see them, all the trucks there putting up bandstands and getting it all ready. And there's a castle right there. I don't see anybody walking around or on top of it, so you know, maybe it's closed again or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's it. So how long did it take? What's the so distance is 3.4 kilometers. So I'm going to head back now. We're just right next to the castle right there, and I'm going to go back along the along the kind of road bit where the shops are. So I'm going to I'm going to go along this beach bit here, and then I'm going to head up, cut inland a couple of streets, and then walk up the kind of road bit of the shopping bit, yeah, shopping road. If I make any sense, must be the heat. Oh, here's this concert here. Carl Cox was playing. That's interesting. I was went to the Carl Cox concert when I was working in Shanghai. Saw quite a lot of DJs out there. Saw Tiesto out in Shanghai. Who else did I see? Oh man, I saw about 3 or 4 kind of famous British DJs. I definitely remember Carl Cox because he was DJing with 3 discs. And most, you know, if you see most DJs, they'll do 2 discs. But Carl Cox actually uses 3 discs. Or he did when he was out in Shanghai. So it's kind of unusual. Look at that beach. You know, when you see weather like this, you see beaches like that, makes you wonder like why you live in England, right? In the UK. Well, it does anyway. Makes me wonder. If I spoke fluent Spanish, I could get a job out here. I don't see why I wouldn't move. I've been to Spain in winter twice now. Once in Tenerife, and about 10-12 years ago I went to Malaga in winter. Check out that, I'll give you a little bit more of the view down there. You can see that parasail out in the thing, loads. Oh, there's a small jet boat group coming along. Must be a tour or something because they're all stuck together. And yeah, so I went to Spain in December. It was Christmas time, and mate called me up and I said, oh, what are you doing for Christmas? And he was like, I'm going to go to Spain. I booked a EasyJet or Ryan, I think it was Ryanair we went with. And he goes, yeah, got like a really good deal on the hotel. I think it was something ridiculous, like about 15 years ago. I think it was about 30 quid a night. Yeah, and so we flew out. I flew out there, and I was actually meeting a friend of mine in Switzerland. I was going skiing in Switzerland for New Year's. No, in between New Year's. So I went out on the somewhere around about the 20th. These guys are slow a little bit and let them go. These guys are cutting in. Actually, this is where I went before. Should I come in this way? Yeah. You can do a bit of a tour of the back streets of Fuengirola, see what the urban lifestyle's like. Yeah, so anyway, a friend of mine phoned me up. I think it was finished, had like 2-3 weeks off at Christmas. I was working in the city back in those days. And I said to him, what are you doing? He goes, I'm going to Spain, down to Malaga. It's like 20 degrees down there. That's right. I was like, okay. So I hadn't got anything booked. It was a night. I phoned them up at like 6 o'clock in the evening. Went online, booked the I think it was Ryanair, and back in those days I don't think it was EasyJet. And straight into Malaga airport. And we were staying near. I think we were staying near Torremolinos. God, it was so long ago. I can't even remember. That was the first time I'd ever been to the Costa del Sol. And booked the hotel, and it was ridiculously cheap because obviously it was winter, right? And I guess maybe there wasn't a lot of people doing package holidays back in those days, but it wasn't. We didn't book a package holiday. I didn't book a package holiday. Just booked the flight separately, and I'm sure it was only about 30 quid a night. It wasn't like, it was like a 3-star hotel. We didn't book food or anything, so it wasn't half board or anything. And so we went out for dinner, local restaurants and stuff. Kind of got to know this guy because we were there for like 4 or 5 days, and we got rooms right next to each other, and did loads of drinking on that trip. That was the first time I went to Gibraltar actually, so didn't really do much, but yeah, went down to Gibraltar and went down to Morocco on that trip. It was the only time I've ever been to Morocco. Tangiers. So we did like Gibraltar for like, it was on the same trip. Can't even remember how much it was, but from off the top of my head, I don't think it was that expensive, you know. Like maybe like 100 euros or something for the whole trip, and it included the ferry. And when we crossed over from Gibraltar, the Spanish guy was like, oh, like we said to him, oh, do you need visas or something going to Morocco? And he goes, oh, don't worry about it, we'll sort the visas out on the border. And so we were like, okay. And I think he just bribed the Moroccan officials or something is what he did, because he got the whole bus. We were on like a massive bus. His name was Pepe. Tour guide was Pepe, I remember that. And I said, do we need to, I don't even think we got our passports out. I said, do we need to stamp our passports? He goes, don't worry, we paid the border guards. I was like, okay. So we cruised into, spent like 1 hour or something, kind of like just walked around Tangiers. That's the only time I've really been to Africa. Quite interesting. And then we came back over to Gibraltar, and we went back up to Malaga. It was an all-day trip. I can't remember. I know we got back kind of quite late. We had about 3-4 hours in Gibraltar, kind of just to look around. But yeah, it was a nice holiday. And then after that, I was meeting up with an old friend of mine in Switzerland. She's got a house in Geneva. And so I flew from Malaga directly into Geneva. I went skiing down in Chamonix for like 3-4 days, and then the plan was to meet my friend who had gone to Malaga with. We were going to go to Amsterdam for New Year's, but after like partying it up in Malaga and then skiing in the French Alps, I was a bit like knackered. So when my mate called, I was like, he was kind of a bit indecisive as well. So he had been like partying it up as well back in London, and so he was like, let's blow Amsterdam out, do it next year. So after that, came back into London for New Year's. So it would have been great to do the Amsterdam thing though. I remember did a trip with the same guy, Euro 2000s in the Netherlands. I think it was Netherlands, Belgium. I think they were sharing it. We didn't have tickets or anything. We just went over there and booked a hotel, and it's 3 of us, and we just like partied it up for a week. Man, that place, don't know if any of you guys ever went to Euro 2000. But God, that place was partying it up back then. We had such fun. My wallet took a hammering. But luckily in those days I had a decent job, so I could afford to go on holiday and blow £1,000 a week on alcohol. But yeah, it was a really good time. And got to know some people in the hotel, actually, some Belgium guys. They were there for the tournament. And we come back to the hotel and those guys were in the bar drinking. And then we stayed out drinking till about 5 o'clock in the morning with those guys every night. It was a real party scene back in those days. I was in a travel agent today, and all these fire engines went past, and I was like, the travel guy was like, he mentioned some hotel, I can't remember the name of it. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. This is the kind of main shopping street here. We're going to go down. I'm not sure if it's the main shopping street, but it's kind of one of the shopping streets. Got Dubai Gallery here. And yeah, so anyway, the travel agent guy I was looking at booking a tour to Ronda today, but I didn't bother. It was like starting at 7 in the morning, and kind of figured it was 5 hours on a bus. And I asked the guy, what's the best thing to see? And he said, there's like a really nice bridge and stuff. And I thought, man, it's like, you're going to be killing it, getting up at like 5:30 to do that trip, so I decided not to. But anyway, going back to that fire. So there was fire engines flew past us when I was in the travel agent, and the guy was like, yeah, there's a hotel on fire. They've evacuated the whole hotel. And I was like, okay. I don't know what happened, whether it was just false alarm or something, you know. I didn't see any smoke or anything. Didn't even bother to bring any water with me. So what have I been walking for? How long have I been walking? 1 hour, 20 minutes. I had breakfast in my hotel today, and one of the great things I love about these Spanish holidays is I don't know what you guys are like, but I don't eat during the middle of the day. So I just, I have breakfast in the morning. I sometimes might grab a packet of crisps or something, you know, eat that during the middle of the day, and then I can basically go all day without eating. And luckily the hotel I'm staying in now, Hotel Angela, the dinner starts at 6:30, so I'm always there by about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So you know, I don't get hungry, and it actually saves me quite a lot of money, because if I was going out for like lunch, maybe have a beer or Coke at lunch as well, I would you know, I'd be spending an extra 20 euros a day at least for lunch. So that would you know, 10 days, if I was doing that, it's extra 200 euros.
Sí, lo llevaron a casa.
And I budgeted this, took 250 euros with me. Don't know how much money I've spent at the moment, but probably spent at least 100. I bought travel, like a 10 trip travel card when I was at Malaga Airport. That was 20, no, that was like 1975, I think. 19 €75 for 10 trips. And I've done like 2 trips on that, so I've got another 8 to go. Got to save one for the airport. So I got 7. So that was like 20 euros, and then just been buying like bottles of water. So we're just a little bit down from kind of like the main kind of shopping, but there's shops around here and stuff as well. But yeah, if I've got enough money, oh, that supermarket's actually quite good, the Al Jamon one. I'm gonna just pop in here. Might be a bit busy. Wouldn't mind getting a Coke or something. It's a little bit busy. There's another place up here I went to called the Alcera. So I was like buying bottles of water. I'll get something there. It's like about maybe a K and a half up here, 25-minute walk. So I walked 5k today already, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I've just done 5k, I've done 6,500 steps, just under 6,300, so just under 6.5. And if you guys like follow my channel, you know I do loads of walking on my holidays. I do like sitting on the beach sometimes, you know, and just getting a bit of a suntan, but I like going to the beach and kind of exploring. I'm more into like doing something rather than just like sitting on the beach, like cooking. And there was loads of shoe shops up here. So you got Nail Bar right there. Oh, flying tiger. We got a flying tiger here. Looks like a bedding shop or something, isn't it? No, phone shop or something. Oh, and this is the bus you want to get. So this bus I'm not sure exactly how far it goes down, whether it goes all the way, it goes to Caraval, I think to the Miramar. So I'm not sure. Caraval is like a stop, like one of the stops on the, let me zoom in on. So you can see that bus there. Bus number 1 is the one that goes straight up and down. It goes all the way up and down the street here. So if you guys come to Costa del Sol and you want to take a bus, that's it. And you can pay cash on the bus as well. So we paid cash yesterday. Took the bus from just up from my hotel and went to the Miramar shopping. The one thing I remember when I was on the bus is how many shoe shops there were here. There seemed to be a lot of them.
Adiós, señorita.
Looks like a phone shop. I don't know if all of these places close in the afternoon for an hour, you know, because of the heat and that, or whether they stay open. Hard to say. There's a Zara. I thought it said Zaba, but chocolate shop there, pastries, cafe. There's a shoe shop here. Looks like they got a bit of a sale going. That dog looked hot. And this street here, if you want to get the bus to Marbella, which actually I'm going to do on, I think I'm going to Marbella tomorrow. I don't remember which day I planned it, but I'm going to get the bus. And there's a sign for McDonald's, so that must be the, remember the McDonald's we passed down there on the way to the castle. Another shoe shop here. Oh, there's a oh, so I've just gone into this place here. I'm going to get a cold Coke if I can. Got about another 2k walking, so I'm going to look for the fridge. See if I can get a cold drink. I really need something. I need to get some water, but oh, they've got a downstairs part here as well. Let's check it out. Oh, this is a kind of bigger supermarket. All your sun creams and stuff. Pots and pans if you need them. Pet food. So loads of beauty products. This part of the video might get deleted because of the music they're playing, copyright. I might be able to delete the music. So, just came out of that store, I just got a Coke and drunk it. Just needed, after walking for almost 3 hours in this heat, just needed a bit of something to drink. Went in that shop yesterday and had a look around. Sell all sorts of, small things and stuff. It's another shoe shop. Seems to be they have a lot of sales here. Like a jewelry shop there. There's another shoe shop. See how I said it was like a lot of shoe shops? Passed about 5 of them already. I think there's a couple more up here as well. I walked up here the other night and there's another shoe shop again. Looks like they all have sales going at the moment. Yeah, and all these shops were closed before. And actually I'm going to cross over the road here because I want to just show you guys something. This is Fuengirola, kind of right in the middle of it now. Let's see if I can find a road for you. But there's a reason why I've crossed over. Not sure if that's, you can use that as a street sign or something. But basically, this is for camera's stopped. This is Fuengirola Central. So this is the terminal for auto buses, right? And it's bus 220 I remember rightly, it's the bus that goes, if you want to get a bus from Fuengirola down to Marbella, there's a 220 bus here, right there, so this should show it. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to zoom in on that. So you can see people are boarding it right there. So it's bus number 220, it goes from Fuengirola to Marbella. The journey, oh god, how long did it take me? It was under an hour, I think. I think it's like half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I mean, just Google it and you'll find out. I'm actually going to do that trip, so I'll try and video that journey as well if I can get a seat. But basically 220, and here it is right here. The terminal, the autobus to Fuengirola, and that's where you catch it. And you can buy your tickets in here. There's there's people standing there buying their tickets. Those two ladies. So this is where you get your tickets from. And this one, wonder where this bus is going. I think this is this bus might be dropping people off at a hotel or something, because it's got its doors open. This is probably like a tour bus or something, dropping off people. Oh no, this says Fuengirola to Marbella as well. Fuengirola, Marbella, it's direct to. So maybe you can take this bus as well. Actually, I think I took this bus last time. This one, yeah. I think there's two buses you can take. So just check. There's timetables down there, but there's so many people I probably won't be able to get in to have a look. Let's see if I can have a look. Yeah, I think I did take the 60 and not the 220. No, I can't really see too many people to the video. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go inside quickly and just ask him for it. Okay, so I just went and checked with the really nice person in there, customer services woman. Recording. And yeah, so she said there are two buses. The bus 60, which is the direct bus, the bus that guy just got on, goes every hour. So it's on the hour. I think it must be every hour on the hour. I'm going to try and look at that. And then the other bus at 220, which is a local bus which must stop along the way, that's every half an hour. And the price was €3.90. So that's a 221. So the price is €3.90 each way, which is pretty good, I think. It's not too bad. I'm going to go back inside and see if I can find out, just check the timetable. She said it's on the wall there. So so I found the bus there. This is bus 60. And this is the timetable for Fuengirola to Marbella. Looks like it's leaving, yeah, every half an hour, starting at 6:30, and goes right through till 2 o'clock in the morning by the looks. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's if you want to go from Fuengirola to Marbella by bus. There's no train, I don't think. I'm sure last time we looked and there was no train down there. You have to take a bus. So, and €4. I think that's really good for, the lady said it was going to take half an hour. I think it was 35 minutes on the direct bus, so maybe it's a little bit longer on the other one, but on the bus that does more stops. So this is it here, let me show you, just give you a quick look at it. So you go to, it's called Fuengirola Central 2, or I guess if you just Google terminal de autobuses, but actually the Fuengirola station is right down there. I can like do a little walk down here and then come back down. And I had like, last time when I was waiting for the bus here, I actually had a little bit of food. Yeah, there's a, see that little restaurant, bar, the Copus. There's a bar over there called Bar de Copus, and I had something there, right there. And there's like, looks like there's some public car parking if you want to park. And so if you're staying like in Malaga or kind of in between, and maybe you just want to get that local bus down, and you can see, I'm not going to walk across there, I'll just zoom in on it. And that is right there. So that's the train station right there. So you just walk down and you can get your trains to Malaga or Malaga Airport or wherever you want to go, anywhere, along the Costa del Sol, or part of it anyway. So I'm going to go back now. So I walk this way. I'll just go this way. And I actually don't find it too hot today. Last time I was in the Costa del Sol, and I went to Medina, and I did the cable car ride up to is it Camino? Is the mountain? I can't remember now. But I did the cable car ride up there. I did a video on that, so check out my channel and you'll see that as well. And spent the whole day there, and then I came down off the cable car and I walked from the cable car all the way down to Medina Harbour. Jesus, it was 40 degrees. I think it was 39 degrees that day, and it was the only time like where I thought I was actually going to collapse. It was that hot, and I'd spent like 2 hours on the mountain, like on the top of the mountain, and then I was really struggling with the heat. I was thinking, oh my God. And then so I was walking because I didn't really know Medina very well. I went there yesterday and I knew it a lot better because I knew where I was going, I knew the park and everything, I knew where the harbour was, I knew where to catch the ferry. But the first time I was like walking around using Google Maps, and so I was like kind of getting a bit lost, and I was walking up there and walking around there. So, yeah, and so it was so hot, 40-degree heat, and ran out of water walking down to the harbour, and I was just like, I was sweating like in bucket loads. Here's a Thai place. Found some Thai food. I walked past this yesterday. It was in the evening. It was really busy. And sushi place, or Japanese place, ramen place right next to it. That was busy as well. So I'm probably about 20-25 minutes away from my hotel. There's a shop up here that I always buy water in. So I'm going to, just got hit with a leaf. So I'm going to stop in there and buy some water. I bought 6 2 days ago and they're all gone. Look at these apartments, really nice, aren't they? Like they look like all those little like trees and stuff, pot plants. And if you guys have ever heard me talk about palm trees and stuff, you know, whenever I see palm trees, I think of like tropical, you know, tropical environments. Always makes me think of holidays. Because where I come from, they don't have palm trees. Those are in the islands. Coconut trees and banana trees and stuff, so it's not hot enough where I come from to have those type of trees. So every time I see them, I'm like, yeah, this is a proper summer holiday. This is a proper like hot country. You know, one of the other things I noticed is quite a few Harley Davidsons here. Every time I kind of come to the Costa del Sol, I always see quite a lot of Harleys. They seem to be like pretty popular, you know, those bikes. I mean, seriously, if I lived on the Costa del Sol, I'd probably have a Harley as well. Or at least a really good scooter. Yeah, I think this is the place where I'm going to stop in and get some water. I've run out of water, so this place is called Alcera. Oh, my watch just beeped, so I've walked 7k on this journey so far. And I've got about another, I think 1k till I get back to my hotel, so I will have done 8k today so far. And how many steps have I done? Oh, just under 10,000 steps. What's over here? Always got to remember to look the right way. So this is this little shop I stopped in. The only reason I went here is I checked out the prices on a couple of other shops, charging like €1.50 for water, and then I saw this place here. So I'm gonna stop the video for a second, go and buy some water. So got 4 bottles of water from this place, and it's open till 2 a.m, which is good. So if you come back from dinner or like a bar or something and you're living around here, you can you know, it's going to be open quite late. Just had to get a Coke here. Needed another one, unfortunately. Right. So I'm gonna cruise up here and I'm kind of past the main shopping bit now. So what I'm gonna do is see, here's another Harley Davidson. 883, I think. So I'm going to cut down up here along back along the beachfront, just so I don't miss my hotel. So I can't be bothered getting my phone out to find out where I am.
Y yo digo, ya verás tú que el ojo también va a caer. Salió aquí.
Actually going to cut down here, but I need to sort something out of my camera. Stop here for 1 second. So that kind of shopping street, there's like, you can kind of just see the ocean down there, and it's one street over. What is this street called actually? There's a name there. It's called, see if I can get a camera angle on it. I think it's called the Aveda Ramon Wakal Calais. Okay, so that's Calais Colon. But it's not that hard to find. Basically, you just gotta walk one street up from the beach and you're kind of on it. And that kind of street runs quite far up, and then eventually the rail, if you kind of go another street over, there's the rail station, the railway there, which is above you. It's like a overground railway station.
Okay.
And we're back on the beach again. And if I turn left up here, I should be able to find my hotel. About half a K down, maybe a little more. These guys are. Another thing I love about Spain is the relaxed lifestyle. Everybody's just so chilled out in this place. So I'm going to stick on this side because we did the beach before, and we'll get about half a K of like shopping up here. Sorry, every time I stop I'm having a mouthful of Coke. I've almost finished. Look at this, right? This is amazing. Let me see if I can get the camera through there. Probably won't. But basically this is like, look at this just big square piece of land here right on the waterfront, right? How big is this? So you can have a look here. That hotel there, that kind of old blue apartment building, goes all the way along and finishes right there. See, this is the amazing thing about Spain, right? Even when I went to the Costa Dorada, but the great thing about Spain is, you know, right, I mean that property right on the waterfront, you could build like an amazingly big hotel, you know, and it's just sitting there and nobody's like used it. And I see that all up and down Spain. You know, when I go on these like holidays and I walk around, I'll see like a huge, you know, bit of land that's just sitting there that's obviously owned by somebody and they've never built anything on it. And almost back to my hotel here. This is my hotel right here, Hotel Angela. Did a review on this as well, so check that out if you're interested in staying there. I'm staying on this side here, the side you can see. This is the side you want because it's got the beach view. On the other side there, the right hand side if you're facing it, or left hand side if you're looking out towards the ocean, that's the it's got just a view of the street, so you don't want that side. But quite a nice hotel. Like I said, everything is pretty cool, except the, you know, food would have been, I mean, I've only been here 3 days, so maybe the food's going to get like better. You heard me mention it before. So, and I'm going to finish this video right here now. And thanks for watching. And if you guys are a member of the channel, that's fantastic. If you've stayed for like the full, God, must be almost 3 hours of video now. If you've made it right to the end, that's great. If you're new to the channel and you've just found me, it would really help if you would subscribe or even just post a like. Gracias, gracias. The guy just handed me a flyer for something. Bullfighting, I'm not going to go to that. But nice of him to give it to me. And thanks a lot for watching my videos, and this is it, Hotel Angela right there, and check out more of my videos on the Costa del Sol. I'll be posting loads more. I'm here for another 8 days, so I got plenty of time to do a few trips and everything. And thanks again for watching.